I'm Mike J in your foxhole till I have a seat spin. Sit a pretty ass in this Benz behind a dark tent. You in the presence of extravagance. Settle down, Cuban link chillin'. Freezing on my textile, watch match my sentiments. How could you slumber like I gave you number coke in these quotes? Like I'm running numbers, styling with the Jews. Shot slam, Holocaust, busy chasing money, no time for the blues.
Yo, what's up YouTube? Shout out to all the fellow human beings out there, and thank you for tuning in to the Viewturistic YouTube channel. Today we are trying to do Viewology episode number 8, but for whatever reason, these little kids in the park keep screaming because they think they've seen a scorpion. It's the second time a scorpion has appeared in our videos. I don't know what it is, I don't know. But nevertheless, we're gonna get through this video. Today we're doing an unedited, uncut version, so you're just gonna get the raw version of me. I'm not even gonna try to make this perfect, but what I'm focusing on is getting the message out. See? Bugs flying all in my mouth and shit. Alright, now I'm scared to talk because I don't want to choke on the bug. Alright, I know, let me cut let me I don't even know what's funny, but it's funny as hell. I hope you still can take me serious after this video, because believe it or not, okay. I just want to put something out there. The videos that I put out, sometimes I do them in a one take, sometimes not so much. All this laughing and stuff that you see now, this is what occurs when we have to do multiple takes. So you're kind of getting a behind the scenes version of what goes into making some of these videos, which is a cool thing. It shows authenticity, which I'm actually going to be doing an episode about authenticity down the line too. So you're getting a rare glimpse of what it looks like behind the scenes of everything that goes into making an episode. All right, jumping into the, did I already shout out Leilani at Be Outspoken? Whatever. If I didn't shout her out yet, here I go now. Shout out to my homegirl Leilani back in Milwaukee. Thanks for lacing me with the 414 Forever shirt. They're over at Be Outspoken Designs. If you want to catch some gear from them, be sure to visit them at www.beoutspokenmke.com. All right, now we're getting into the episode. Like I said, it's called Everything I'm Not Made Me Everything I Am. We're talking about embracing your flaws, everything that makes you unique, and most importantly, not being ashamed of your flaws. Sometimes that's a huge barrier in being confident. In Viewology 7, we talked specifically about confidence, and one of the biggest barriers to being able to exude the confidence that you truly have deep down inside is getting rid of some of the insecurities that you have about your flaws. Whether those flaws are physical, whether those flaws are personality related, you name it. We all have flaws. None of us are perfect. One of the beneficial things about being aware of your flaws is it kind of prepares you to it gives you thick skin, and it prepares you to be able to take whatever anyone throws at you when someone tries to down you or degrade you. Whatever, when someone has malice intent talking about you, using your flaws against you, if you already know what those flaws are, good luck to them trying to actually get to you. Just like, I don't know how many of you are hip-hop fans or have seen the movie 8 Mile. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen the movie 8 Mile. But the scene when Eminem was freestyling and he went first and he just pretty much laid out everything that the other guy was already going to say about him, then it's like, okay, so I know this about me. I know I got a big nose, and I'm talking about me specifically. I know I got a big nose. I know my hairline ain't perfect. I know I got skinny legs. You know, I know there's a lot of things about ourselves that we wish can be better, but the minute that we embrace them and just be secure and confident with them, it kind of exudes a different type of confidence, and other people recognize that. People will look at you like, no one is a fool. If they look at you on the surface, you might not be the most attractive person in the world to one person, but to another person, you might be the most attractive person in the world, regardless of your physical flaws or your physical features, because inside it's the person, they like you for the person that's deep down inside. And that's one of the greatest things about being able to embrace your flaws. this yep, see, uncut version. See, I'm having a brain fart. Oh no, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. Loving yourself unconditionally. Loving yourself unconditionally before you can love anyone else first, or before you allow anyone else to love you, is very important, because like I said, it gives you the opportunity to know yourself. I was watching a Twilight Zone episode not too long ago, and I think the title of the episode was called Number 12 Looks Just Like You. And it was, I think the Twilight Zone, that show was recorded back in the 50s. And in the 50s, their image of what the future would look like was portrayed in this particular episode. They were talking about how in the year 2000, people would be able to go into a doctor's office and say, hey, I want the number 2 personality or body type, or I want the 3 personality or body type. Just like going into a barbershop, when you look on the wall and you say, I want the number 1, 2, 3, whatever it is that you get at a barbershop. They were predicting that in the future, from the 50s, they were predicting in the future that you can go into a doctor's office and just pick a specific body type or personality type. Now think of how boring the world actually would be if that's how the world really existed. There would be nothing to base beauty off of if everyone was the same. If the world was full of number 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, which is what the doctors turned people into once they chose that, how will we be unique? What would actually make us beautiful? What would define beauty? And in my opinion, beauty is defined by difference. Like, you might look at me and you might not think that I'm the most attractive person in the world on the surface, but you might get to know me and you're like, oh, that guy is awesome. Or vice versa. You might think that I'm the most attractive person in the world, but you get to know me and you're like, he is such an asshole. Like, I cannot stand this guy. But that's truly what makes us beautiful as human beings, is the difference. So it's time that we embrace those differences in ourselves. And another benefit of embracing those flaws and those differences is it allows you to focus more energy on becoming better in the areas that you are strong in, or areas that are your strengths. So for example, if I know that a personality flaw of mine is, let's say, I don't know, let's use a physical trait. Let's say, like I said, I know I got a big nose. Like, I don't have an attractive nose in my opinion. However, because I'm already aware of that and I know there's nothing I can do to change, well, technically there is something I can do to change it, but you're not gonna see me in anybody's office getting a nose job anytime soon or ever. But because I already know that about myself, that allows me to work on other areas that I do have control over. And that's another key point, is there are some things about ourselves that we can't control, but there are some things that we can control. And embracing your flaws, embracing the things that don't make you perfect, it frees up so much room and so much space and so much energy for you to devote to the things that you do have control over. Now I will talk about a couple of my personality flaws that I had. I used to have just personal insecurities based on many things. I used to be kind of impulsive, like I would make decisions too quick without thinking. I even suffer from jealousy issues sometimes. I would get jealous over certain things because I was so worried about what everyone else had, and I felt like I should be caught up to them, or I should be doing what they're doing, or I should have what they have. Why don't I have this car or that car because they have it? And that got me nowhere but in a big hole. Once I stopped worrying about what everyone else had and started just driving in my own lane, it made a world of a difference, because I was able to completely focus that energy on being the best form of myself that I can be, which is the best way to wrap up this episode. It's all about just being the best you that you can be. Ladies, gentlemen, all of you out there watching, I know for a fact some of you have some insecurities out there, or some of you feel like you have flaws, and you look around, you say, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not beautiful, or whatever the case may be. Get that completely out your mind right now. No, at least us over here at the Viewturistic YouTube channel, we know that you're all beautiful. But you want to make sure that you know that yourself, so that you can go out in the world and be the best version of yourself that you can be. That's it for this episode. Until next time, Viewology episode number 9. We will see you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Subscribe.